What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video. This is part 2 to the questions and answers video that I posted a couple hours ago. And I'm just going to go ahead and complete that. I'm not 100% sure where I left off. I don't think I was, I think I had covered whatever it is I was discussing. So go ahead, like, subscribe, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. So if you guys have any questions that I have not answered, please put them in the comments below. Or if there's something specific that you want me to make a video about, I will. I do have a brief list that I've jotted down on things that I want to talk about because I can't seem to remember once I'm recording. But one of the things that I notice that people have trouble with when they join a group is they don't understand. They're very basic things like how do I leave the club, or how do I search for a group, or how do I find the group that I was in, and how do I get back to it. So I did discuss how to search a club with the club code in my last video. But one of the things that I wanted to show you guys was, and a lot of you already know this, but if you click your members tab, there's a little eye up here, and you can actually hit leave club. Now, if you're a president, it is going to make whatever vice president with the most plum bob points president if you leave. So keep in mind, you won't get your club back if you leave and you're president. If you're a vice president and you leave and you return, you will lose your vice presidency promotion until the president re-promotes you back up. Normal members cannot start war, they cannot accept invitations, and they cannot promote anybody. If you are a senior, you can start war, and that's it. If you are a vice president, you can promote a member to a senior, but you cannot make them a vice president. Only the president can make members vice president. Seniors, vice presidents, and presidents are the only ones that can start war. If you do start war, what you're going to do, you click the star, you hit go to war map, a screen will pop up. Not this screen, but it will be something, it'll be this screen here. And right below the show me button, it's going to say your club is ready to go to war, or it'll say your club is ready in such amount of time. And then there will be a big green button that says go. You used to not be able to cancel that. Now, if you cancel before you find an opponent, it will cancel. So if you are just dinking around on the screen, be very careful that you aren't clicking go to war. I know a lot of clubs, mine included, the president is the only one that starts the war, because when you start war, no one can go in or out of the club for the duration of the war. And this can be frustrating if you have people in your group that are stealing items that are being posted for other members, or people that are being disrespectful, a bunch of inactive members that are inactive targets that are basically hurting your score, because now what's happening is, see, we have a lot of people, but if we have a lot of inactive people versus a lot of active people in war, then we're just creating more targets for them to hit. So typically what the president will do is they will clear the room of any inactive people, and they will make sure that nobody in the club wants to leave. Then they will start war. So don't just join in and become a vice president and just start war whenever you please. I would consult your whomever is the president of the club before starting war. See whatever guidelines and stipulations that they have surrounding that. Now, another common question that people have when it comes to war is, how do I buy war items? And how do I upgrade my cards? How do I launch attacks? This is pretty basic stuff, okay? Over here on your menu, on the right-hand side, you'll have the little mega type phone up here, and that brings you to this screen. This shows you basically the list of people and their scores. And below that is your battle boosters. This shows you your inventory of what battle boosters that you have. Below that, I have a number 7. That means that I can upgrade 7 of my disasters. The ones that have the upgrade symbol below it means that I have enough cards to upgrade. If I click upgrade, see how it says 31 of 30? It means that I have 31 cards out of the 30 that I need to upgrade that card. So people will say, well, how do I upgrade my my war disaster? Well, below it, see how the top one says 10 out of 30? That means that I only have 10 out of the 30 cards that I need to upgrade. Okay. Each card, each disaster has its own rarity. So you will have more of the common cards than you will the legendary cards. And typically what people will do if they're like one short or whatever is they'll go click the bag up here in the left corner. That is your war store. Now here, as you can see, at the very top it says 0 out of 5. You can purchase this package a total of 5 times. Now this is 120 cash for one card. And you can purchase it up to 5 times. It's going to go up every time you purchase it. I don't recommend purchasing cards this way. I don't recommend buying the cash packs either because they're a waste of money, but some crazy people spend hundreds of dollars a week. However, if you have more coins, this will cycle through every like 45 minutes or so. And you can actually purchase 5 gas cans for 1,000 more coins or 5 megaphones or whatever it is that it's offering you. That is actually beneficial. But if I were to purchase this the next time that I were to purchase it, it's going to be $12.50. It's going to go up. And you can purchase that a total of 10 times. That's also new with the update. The other thing that is new with the update, and this was, I believe, put in place because of all the hacking, is if you're posting war items, yes, they only go to club members, so you don't have to worry about them being global. But you can only you can only post one war item for sale at a time. You used to be able to post them in stacks of 5 like any other item, but they had to fix that. So, yes, it's super annoying. No, your game is not broken. It's just that way. Now, another thing people were saying is, how come I lost some storage space recently? Well, with the new Mayor's Pass, what happens is these are temporary, and you can purchase the gold pass for $4.99. Okay, so here's your premium pass, and then here's your free pass. So whatever's in the blue, you will get for free if you hit that level. Now, whatever's in the gold, you have to you pay it the $4.99, and you will receive it. Now, people have said, well, I didn't purchase the pass right away, and I'm already level 50, and I don't want to waste the money purchasing it because I'm already level 50. You will actually get all of the stuff previous to that. So if you want to wait until the pass is complete and then purchase it, you can. It's not gonna take it away from you. Now, which is kind of cool. And $4.99 is really not all that much. I say it's absolutely worth it, but if you're not somebody who spends money on the game, then I wouldn't worry about it. Now, what I was saying, though, about the storage space is, as you can see, right... see. All right, like this one right here, it says plus 10 reward, temporary storage boost. After this battle pass ends, which you can see at the top left, it ends in 10 days. I'm going to lose that 10 temporary storage, but I actually have more than that because if you look here, it says right here, 20 plus 25. That ends in 10 days. Okay, so if you lost storage space recently, that is why. Now, there is also another thing. No, your taxes do not add up over long periods of time. They add up over a course of 24 hours, and that is it. You will not have them you know, if you come back to the game after 6 months of not playing, you're not gonna have 6 months worth of taxes to collect, you're gonna have 24 hours. So make sure that you are, in fact, collecting that every 24 hours or as frequently as you can to make sure you're not missing out on money. Another person, somebody just asked me on the channel if what homes are most beneficial to build. And this is kind of a complex answer, but the gist of it is, one, you want to do whatever home you like the look of. Okay. So for me, I actually like the mountain epics, which are these smaller buildings here. Now, that's not just for when you pick epics, because when you do an epic, as I've said this many times before, you have to do a fully upgraded residential home. So this means that when you click this little house on the right, you're going to want to place a normal residence, okay? Fully upgrade it, and then it will allow you to complete an epic project on that. Now, aside from that, what homes are best beneficial to build? Again, this depends on preference. You know, what do you like the look of? Do you like Tokyo, London, Paris? You can do any of those. If you like Omega, go for Omega. If you want to, okay, so like if you look at your menu here, it says service demand is medium. Service demand is low for normal homes. Now, epic projects make your service demand really low. So that is another benefit to having an epic project. Service demand is also very high on Omega, and the max population for a fully upgraded Omega is 2550, whereas a max for this is 2019. So if you're somebody who's really stuck on having high population, that's something you want to do, I would recommend going with either Omega or let's see here, 2347, 22, 25. Yeah, Omega is still the highest as far as population goes. So basically, it's just preference of look and population as far as whatever it is that you want to do. Now, I personally am not a big fan of Omega. It's a huge waste of money. I only purchase the Omega resources, and that's to basically get water, power, sewer, and I've talked about that before in my videos. So that hopefully answers your question. Another question I get is, which category should I unlock first? Again, totally up to you. So when parks come unlocked and landscape, but you have transportation, which you have to actually purchase Department of Transportation in order to be able to purchase buildings. I think it's like 60 or 80,000. It might be 40,000. But either way, it's a little chunk of change that you're going to have to purchase in order to open up these categories. One thing that you're going to want to think about when making your selection is you are going to want to do your epic projects. And when you do your epic projects, you want to make sure that you're buying buildings that have high epic points. Okay, so down here, you can kind of take a look, and this one's worth 1 epic point. It's the third one down. The next one's 1 epic point. 2, 2, 3, 3. So, you know, you want to go, okay, I'm going to be buying probably quite a few heliports because not only are they worth 3 epic points, they boost my population 50%, and they only cost 20 keys. So if you're trying to do transportation category in your epics, then you're probably going to want to unlock the transportation tab. However, you're going to want to go on Google, type in SimCity Build Epic Projects. There's a poster, and it shows you each epic home per category, like what your variations are. It's going to be completely random. Along the back of my building or my city, most of these along the back here are landmark epics. These two right here are beach epics. And this, let's see, where is it? Those are almost all landmark. This is a beach epic here. This is an entertainment epic where, oh, whew, I thought my thing got deleted. Okay. This is a entertainment, no, it's a casino. I don't know. I can't remember, but that's one of those. These right here are landmarks. Now, when I was first making my selection, I kind of screwed up because I didn't take into account appearance. I took into account how many buildings I had with the most epic pointers. And at the time, when you click landmark category, a lot of these are worth 3 points. Okay. So I was like, wow, you know, they're all worth 3 points. I have a bunch of them, and I had like 25 buildings worth 3 points each. So yeah, of course I did my epics in that category because they were so cheap. However, now I'm stuck with all these buildings that I don't want to bulldoze because they're all gold epics, but I don't like the look of them at all. And it really sucks. But by the time I had figured out that they had a poster to look at and figured out what I liked, I had already built, you know, like 90 gold epics. So I ended up transforming my entire city into mountain gold epics here. And that's what these short ones are. These are all in the mountain category. Now, you are not going to get a certain building based off of your tier that you hit. So if you're doing mountain category and you hit a gold epic, you are going to get the same kind of building as if you hit silver or bronze. There is no like, oh, you only get this kind if you hit bronze. It doesn't work that way. It's going to be completely random, but it's not going off that. So I recommend that if you do start an epic, that you watch my how to hit gold in under an hour video, because it's crucial that you understand exactly how an epic project works and its mechanics, which a lot of people think they do, but they actually don't understand what's going on. So again, I would just go off of appearance. What do you like the look of? If you're somebody who doesn't like the look of it or doesn't care what it looks like, then go for whatever category in which you have the most epic pointers. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is kind of a trick kind of thing, is in these categories. Now, for me, space is very crucial for me. I don't have a lot of space on my main map. And for me, I'm really picky about my city. I have a lot of water and a lot of trees, and I want to utilize as much of my space as I can. So when you open up these categories, you know, you'll have education, transportation, entertainment, gambling, landmark. Those categories, those 5 categories, you're going to have to, like I said, purchase the department, the gambling HQ or whatever. You purchase it, you place it down. Okay. This is going to unlock the section so that you can start purchasing within that specialization category. You can actually store this building. It's ugly, and the population boost is garbage. The epic points are trash, and you can store it, and you can actually still purchase. So I have all of my entertainment HQs, all of those types. I have them all put away, my departments, because they're hideous. A lot of stuff that you can actually put in storage and use on other maps, or, you know, wait until you want to use them. If you start an epic, make sure that you store your buildings that are worth 1s and 2s. So let's say that you have a really cool, I don't know, setup. You have something that looks really cool, and you're about to start an epic challenge, but you know you have like 4 buildings that are worth 1 point each. You can only have so many active buildings asking for items. So if you have something asking for an item and it's only worth 1 epic point, you have to donate to that building before it will pop up on a different building. So you could end up having a bunch of 1s asking for stuff, and all of your 3s are stuck not being able to ask for anything. And it's really annoying because you can't store it once you start the epic unless you donate to it. So store it before you start your epic, and that way you only have your 3s, 4s, and 5s out. These opinion bubbles, you're going to want to pop those because oftentimes they will give you rares. But another thing that I haven't discussed a lot in my videos is your city achievements. Now, if you're not somebody who's purchasing cash, this is basically where you're going to earn a good chunk of your cash, especially early on in the game. Now, often people will spend cash very frivolously, and it's really bad to do. So if you're just starting out and you are watching this, make sure that when you earn these city achievements, you save your cash, because basically you want to spend your cash wisely. You don't want to spend it finishing one nail or buying one storage item, because I mean, you could, if you're like one away and it's just pure hell and you want to spend the $24, fine. I don't know. I see a lot of people go, oh, I just can't wait for this one nail, 3 cash, 4 cash, and it's a big waste. What you're going to want to spend your cash on, and I'm going to make a video on that later, but you're going to want to spend it on upgrading your shops, and you want to upgrade all of your shops max, because production is everything in this game. And during the night, you're going to want to be able to set your shops up 100%. Now, the shops fully upgraded each come with 11 slots. These get quite expensive. The first couple are fairly cheap, $4, $8. But the last like 4 or 5 of them are like $48 a pop. Okay, so I would start upgrading your barn first, because this is going to be your main moneymaker is going to be your barn and your donut shop. So upgrade those 2 shops first, because you're going to be producing flour and donuts on a 24/7 basis in order to be earning a good amount of money. Which I have a video on that as well, but I'm not going to get too much into that. So another tip would be to purchase Omega resources. They take up less space and they give you more service demand. Let's see. These bubbles here that pop up, if anytime you see these, I would take a look at them and see if they're beneficial. If they are offering you more than what you can sell them for on global, I would sell them, as long as you're not selling your rares. Now, there is a trick that people do with hamburgers, and what they'll do is they'll buy hamburgers in stacks for as cheap as they can, and then the bubbles that pop up can do, I think it's up to like a 40% increase in the price that they'll buy them for. So if you've ever heard someone say that they're burger farming, that's what they're doing. They're buying burgers for cheaper and selling them to the sim bubbles that pop up for more. I don't particularly choose that route as a way to get money, because I hate it. It takes too long and you're not guaranteed that it's going to pop up. Let's see. What else? Oh, another tip, which I've discussed in my video. Some of you will, let's say you're making something in your factories and you're pulling an item down one at a time. Okay. That isn't necessary. Actually, what you can do is pull the one item down and then drag it across all the boxes. If you're ever wondering how people do that, no, you don't have to be on computer. I play on a phone, and that's how you do that. So yeah, you just pull it down and across. Okay. No, it doesn't work for the shops, but it is nice on the factories there. Another thing is that I have people ask me about is, what is the difference between the high-tech factory and the nanotech? The difference is the pollution square on the map and price. That's it. So you're paying $30K to have the pollution square go away. I have to end this video because my storage space is running out, but I am going to be posting more videos, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them.